Good evening. This is Keith All from keithall.com. Glad you stopped by. Tonight's training is going to be on how to create submenus on your blog. Now, when I go to my dashboard, just remember that my dashboard might look a little bit different than yours, which is dashboard is the interface that you use to maintain your blog. So what are submenus? If you look at over here on my menu, I have one menu item called blog training, and that's the parent menu. Now if I want to make a submenu for blog training, what that means is I'm going to have, once you hover over this parent menu, another menu will drop down below it. So in this example today, as you can see, if I click on blog training, currently I have two posts related to blogs. One of them is related to creating menu items linked to specific categories, and another one is related to how to add a widget to your blog. So what I'm going to do for tonight's training, I'm going to create two submenus underneath my blog training, one relating to menus and the other one relating to widgets. So here we go. I'm going to go to the dashboard. On my dashboard, I'm going to go to Appearance, over to the left hand side of your screen, and I'm going to click on Menus. Okay, now right here is blog training. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put two submenus underneath this menu item, which is blog training, and I'm going to link it so when a user comes to my blog and clicks on menus or widgets underneath blog training, all posts associated with those two items will bring up. So I'm going to associate that action with categories. So I'm going to come down here and select categories, and I'm going to view all, which means that I'm going to view all the categories that I have created so far for my blog. So this case, I want to create a separate menu item for menu functions, meaning that all blog posts that I categorize for menu maintenance will come up. So I'm going to click on menu functions, and I'm going to add that to the menu. As you can see, when you add a menu item, it's just going to automatically put it down at the bottom of the list. So in order for me to move this underneath blog training, I'm just going to click on it and drag it above or right below blog training and move it slightly to the right. If you could see the dotted arrows around that, which is a placeholder, if I move it slightly to the right, it's going to have an indentation. So that means it's going to be a submenu underneath blog training. And on my interface, if you could see this, it says menu functions, and then right here it says sub item. Okay, now I'm going to add another submenu underneath blog training. I'm going to associate that with widgets. I'll do the same. Come over here and click on add to menu. It's taking a minute. Okay, now I'll put it down to the bottom of the list. Now I want to move it above and below the blog training and move it slightly to the right of blog training, but I don't want it to be a submenu underneath menu functions. I want it to be a submenu underneath blog training. So there we have it. Now we have two submenus underneath blog training. If I click on this category here, it just gives me an opportunity to edit the label of it, and that's what it does. So I'm just going to cancel out of it. And so the next step is I'm going to click on Save Menu. Okay, it saved it. Now I'm going to go over to my blog. I need to refresh the screen. And now if I come over here, circle around blog training, as you can see, momentarily it showed you the menu items, but there's a slight down arrow to the right of the text here. That means that there's going to be a submenu underneath there. So when a user comes over here and hovers over blog training, 2 menu items will pop up underneath there. If I still click on blog training, it should bring up everything, all my posts associated with blogs, which should be every post I make. Now if I come over here and click on menu functions, it should only bring up 1 post for associated with menus, which is correct here. I know there's only 1 post for there, and we're going to test this out for widgets. If I click on widgets, that means it'll bring up all posts associated just with widgets, and it does. So that is how you can add submenus to your blog. I hope today's training was very helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I appreciate your feedback. And again, thank you for stopping by. Have a great evening. Again, this is Keith All from keithall.com. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye now.